Buying a gift for a Bob Ross enthusiast or oil painter can be tough. Lucky for you, I've compiled a list of awesome gift ideas that anyone, or even you if you're an artist, would love to have. Now the cool thing about this is it ranges from expensive to medium to budget friendly. And I did you all a favor and I put links down below in the video description that takes you to everything you would need that we're gonna show in this video. Let's start with the expensive, which is basically around $100 and up. And we're gonna start strong with what every artist needs if they're going more from amateur to professional, and that would be an easel. And I recommend getting an H-Easel. Now there's many different manufacturers of H-Easels that you can find on Amazon, but the three that I would recommend that are pretty good with reviews and that I've used myself is Medan, US Art Supply, and Soho. I've actually done a review on most of these of what you should look for when it comes to buying an H-Easel. So if you're looking to get one or you want to get one for a friend, watch the video that I'll put in the top right corner, or you can find it down in the video description, so that way you can make the best judgment on what would be best for you or them. The most expensive gift idea on this list is also the coolest one. If you want a really cool easel out there, look no further than the rotating easel from Artistic. This thing is a godsend for any artist that loves to attack their canvas from different angles. Not only does it rotate, but it swivels and it tilts, making it way easier for artists out there that may suffer from pain on your neck, shoulders, back, hands, and forearms. This thing is awesome. The last things on our expensive side are what you see right here on the table. Bob Ross painting kits are awesome. Now you can get the master paint set or you can get the basic one. Both are good values. Or if you know somebody out there that's younger or you want to do an awesome date night, no joke, the Bob Ross 4 Kids Happy Lesson in a Box is a great go-to. If you're looking for something a little more advanced, or if they already have any one of these kits, you can also do the Bob Ross Floral Kit. I have many of them and they are fun to do and very challenging. All right, let's move on to the medium price point ideas, which is gonna be from 25 USD to 50 USD. If you know an artist out there that loves to paint from reference photos, I recommend that you get them an iPad holder. Now I have this stand one here, which I love because it rotates and I can move it to wherever I want on my stand, but that's because I paint close to a table near me, so it's easy. I actually recommend getting one of the stand ones, one of the tall ones, because that one's more mobile and they can move it wherever they want and they can keep it closer to their canvas or easel. Some you'll see will clamp onto the easel. I don't like these because more often than not, you're going to get paint on your phone or iPad and that can ruin it. But this is fantastic for anyone that paints with reference photos. Oh yeah, one more quick note. If you end up getting the stand one, you may want to consider getting an extended charge cable for the iPad or iPhone. That'll make it nice and easy so that way it stays charged while they're using the phone or iPad as a reference device. One of the most underrated gifts on this list is this right here. This is a floating frame from Textured of Dreams. The reason I love this is because it makes such an impact for any new artist that wants to frame their artwork, because it literally makes it look 10 times better. It's a modern design, it's lightweight, it comes in a wide variety of colors, and it comes in a wide variety of sizes that'll accommodate pretty much every square or rectangular piece out there. The best part about this, it's available on Amazon, and they're generally fairly affordable and cheap. Next up, we have one of the best paint alternatives to the Bob Ross oil colors, and that is the Gamblin 1980 series oil paint set, which comes in this fancy little box and comes with these awesome colors. Sorry, they're not in the box at the moment because I paint with them. They come with a wide variety of colors that are gonna work perfect for any wet on wet artist out there. But the cool thing is it comes with a nice sample size of Gamblin solvent-free gel, which takes us into our next gift. If you don't wanna get the entire 1980 series paint set, I really recommend getting someone at least the Gamblin solvent-free gel. It's one of the best and safest paint mediums for oil paint out there, and I use it almost in every single painting I do. Gamblin makes some of the best mediums for new painters and professionals. In fact, they make some of the best in the business, which is why I recommend getting the medium set from Gamblin if you know an artist out there that loves to experiment around with their oil painting. Giving them more mediums allows them to be more creative, experiment, and test new ways to express their creativity. Next up, we have my favorite tool out of oil painting altogether, and it's this right here, the Master Brush Cleaner and Preserver. You've heard me talk about it in numerous videos, and there's a reason why, because this right here is simply the best. When you're done painting for the day, just take your paint brushes, dunk them in here, work up a good lather. It'll clean them, but it will also preserve them, which is great for not just natural bristle brushes, but also synthetic too, because it'll clean everything out completely. I recommend every single oil artist have this. This is a must-have for your toolbox. All right, let's move on to our cheap gifts, and this is gonna be $25 and under. One of my favorite brushes from the Bob Ross company is this right here, the Bob Ross Foliage brush. That's a hard word for me to say. I love using this brush, and I basically use it for so many elements in a painting. I've done a video on it, which you can watch in the top right corner, but you can use it on clouds, pulling down mountains, shaping of land, throwing in distant background, hills, grassy hills, knolls, bushes, building big trees, and pretty much do everything. It is an awesome brush with a wide bloom due to this oval shape, and it allows you to just do so much. If you're suffering with highlights on bushes, this is a go-to. Sticking with brushes, perhaps my favorite brush to do small details, but also maintain control is this right here. This is an angled shader. Now, if you can't find an angled shader, a dagger brush will also do. Essentially, you want to look for something that has an angular cut to it. I love using this brush to pull down mountains and shape land, and essentially just shape in and trace and put down a template of what I want to do within my painting. I feel like the angular cut is easier for my hand as I come down and across and have more control with. And I also get this nice little point if I have to have a little extra detail on doing something within my painting. If you really want to get a painter out there an awesome gift that's really going to make their painting skills go to the next level, the best tool you can buy them is this right here. Scott's Blue Shop Towels. These things are the best ever. I use them for everything, not just cleaning up my hands or cleaning up my painting area, but I legitimately use them to scrub excess paint all off of my canvas and brushes, wipe everything clean so that way nothing contaminates on my canvas or paint brushes. This right here is the best unsung hero of painting, and I recommend you get the big box because trust me, you'll go through them. Most new artists are gonna ruin their paintings out there by putting their crappy signature on it, and that's because they have to use this, a script liner brush, which is very difficult to use. So what do? Well, I recommend don't use it. Instead, use etching or sculpting tools that are made out of silicone. This is just like writing with a pen. They come in different shapes and sizes to accommodate your hand or design, and all you do is just etch in or write in on wet paint your name or signature. It looks actually really cool because then you don't have to introduce a color that's gonna stand out. You can make it look like it's part of the environment. Makes it look beautiful, and I recommend you check them out. One of the best gifts for any new artist out there is gonna be an apron. I mean, think about it. If you're a new artist, you're probably messy with what you're doing with your paint, so you might as well protect your clothes. Now, my apron is in the garage because I was just using it, but when it comes to picking out an apron, I recommend get something that's has pockets on it so that way you can put your supplies or phone near you if you need it. Also something that rests on your shoulders and not on your neck so it's comfortable, and something that is durable so that way paint doesn't soak through and still get to your clothes. An apron is a must-have for any painter out there that loves to express a lot of emotion with their hands and brushes, because trust me, paint's gonna get everywhere. You might as well protect your skin, you, and your clothes. Now, if you want to get something fun for your artist friend out there that is a Bob Ross enthusiast, I recommend you take a look at getting Funko Pops or any kind of Bob Ross statue. These things are just fun, they're cool collectibles, and it's always nice to have Bob look over your shoulder, giving you encouragement to paint as you do wet on wet paintings, or you paint along with Bob. These come in a wide variety of different designs from different manufacturers, and they also range on price. Sometimes you can find them as cheap as 15 bucks, and since they're collectibles, you can find them as expensive as hundreds of dollars. But just look on Amazon, they're pretty fun, I like them, and they're cool. If you have a friend out there that's literally just starting to do oil painting or paint along with Bob Ross, I have a really cool gift that you may want to consider. I have a downloadable PDF that starts you off on what oil painting supplies to get and what to avoid, so that way they can start off on the right foot when doing their oil painting adventures. And also, hey, introduce them to this channel because this is the perfect place for them to learn about oil painting and how to paint along with Bob Ross. If they want to learn more about how to be an awesome painter, I recommend you take a look at the videos over to my side where you see more of my beautiful face helping you become a better painter. Thanks for using the links down in the video description below, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and of course, peace.